Welcome to Moon Eagles Wrestling. I am the Moon. This is Joker. And
Hi.
we have we listen, we've already been talking, kind of just me and him before we got started, about and kind of going over some of the topics we're going to talk about. It's in professional wrestling, it's a new day. Yes, it is. Because some shit's gone off the fucking deep end, if you ask me. Before we get into the topics of the graphic, the thing that you clicked on when you got here, I want to go over some other news stuff that happened over the weekend, up to the date, so we can just talk wrestling shit because it's wrestling shit. This is a wrestling
show.
That's what we do. So first and foremost, we want to talk. Send a speedy recovery to Chelsea Green.
Yes.
She had some heart surgery she's been needing to have for a minute.
Yep.
And while the details are out there, ultimately the part that matters is that she's okay.
Yes.
She's doing great, actually. The surgery went well. In, out, boom, boom, boom. She's smooth, and she's resting and she's recovering. So I can't wait till Chelsea Green makes it back to the ring. I hope that this surgery allows that to happen. If for some reason it doesn't, hey, Chelsea Green, we'll have a whole episode talking about her because that girl's career is worth a conversation all in its own right.
Yes.
Otherwise, speedy recovery. Hope to see you back in the ring so you can have yet another run at the United States Championship, or maybe
the big one.
Maybe some world title gold for Chelsea Green. Turn that world title into a hot mess.
God, that'd be awesome.
That'd be so good. Her as world champion would be so
great.
So good.
So great.
We can literally do an entire episode on how amazing Chelsea Green is.
Yes.
This is not that episode.
No.
But to bring it down just a little bit, you guys may remember Rebel from AEW when she was hanging out with Britt Baker, DMD, as she was running around in the wheelchair. When she was the role model. I love that era of AEW when they were making the little.
It was fun.
It was. I just want to acknowledge this one real quick because she definitely needs that WWE Women's title. You know what? As a matter of fact, she needs that specific women's title.
Yes.
I want her with that title. A matter of fact, I want her with that title.
Yes.
But you may remember Rebel from AEW hanging out with Britt Baker. You might even remember Rebel in TNA as part of the menagerie. Had looked that up because I thought it was called the Carnival. But that's why we have all the world's knowledge in the palm of our hands. Yeah, to all the teachers who said I wouldn't grow up having a calculator in my pocket. Joke's on you. Joke's on you. I love saying that to people. It's just so much fun. I'm trying to keep it level up because it's really
a downer.
It sinks so low,
so
downer.
Fast. It's a downer.
So she was out of wrestling for a couple of years. She hasn't been in AEW or on TV at all for a few years. She had some masses on her lungs, and as she was getting the surgery to take care of that, I'm going to shift this camera real quick so I can move over less. I'm stalling because it's so sad. I'm so stalling on purpose. It was discovered that the reason why she was having issues with her movement and her talking and her speech was because she has terminal ALS. And if you find her Instagram, and I suggest everyone just hear it from her directly, but I need you to be ready. You need to be ready because it is heart-wrenching from the very first sound that she makes.
I was going to say, if you have any bit of a soul in your body, it's going to hit you.
Yeah, I only played half of the video for him, and it was
a lot.
Yeah,
it was heavy. It was very heavy.
The long and short of it is she has ALS and she doesn't have long to live, and she is unsure of how much longer she has. Is this Damon?
Naaman! Hey, he's here. I got to give him a shout out later. Don't let me forget.
All right. You want to do it now? Or let me finish Rebel part.
No, finish this.
Let me finish Rebel and then go for your shout out.
Finish it.
So what was really hard about watching the video is seeing the part where she pauses and you can see the moment where it really clicks in her mind. I am going to die. And that is painful for anybody to feel or recognize. And as I was talking with Joker and we were discussing it ahead of time, we were, I just lost my mother-in-law about a week or so ago, and she'd been sick for a little while, quite a while actually. So I can say firsthand, knowing ahead of time does help in the preparation. It helps in, handling your final business, however that translates for you. But damn, it's never easy when you're losing someone, especially when that person you feel like you're going to lose is you.
Yeah, when you know that you've got to legitimately have a clock ticking, that's fucking rough, man.
And you have to face it, like, because you never know when that day is.
Right.
So on behalf of Joker, the Moon Equals Wrestling podcast wants to send all of our love to Rebel, to Rebel's family, to Rebel's friends, to the wrestling industry as a whole. It's a reminder to me that every part is a major part in professional wrestling.
Yes.
She may not have been AEW Women's World Champion. She may not have been the first ever X, Y, or Z. But every wrestler makes an impact somewhere. You know what I mean? We never knew when Kurt Angle was in the ring, we never knew that this little pipsqueak guy, John Cena, was going to make a difference. He could have been a fly-by-night dude.
Now he's the fucking GOAT. So,
we look at people like The Miz, and even The Miz still gets shit on, and he shouldn't. Secretly, he's one of the best professional wrestlers in the game right now, because he gets the business in a way that most people don't.
Yeah.
But when you see someone and they seemingly made such a small impact, there's a wrestler in TNA, Consequences Creed, who may not have made a big mark in that moment, but we're going to be talking about Consequences Creed in just a little while. All of that's to say, every wrestler deserves their shine. Every wrestler is important to the industry. So to the wrestling industry as a whole, to wrestling fans, to Rebel's friends and family, to everybody at TNA or AEW, maybe those who knew her in WWE, our sincerest condolences for when it happens. I pray that you have peace and can draw strength from whatever deity you believe in, or from the earth if you don't. If you just draw strength from your fellow man, then go out there and have the best fucking match you've ever had in your life for Rebel. Because, fuck, dude.
That's so fucking heavy, dude.
I know. I wasn't planning on getting this heavy, but
Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Right? Happy Cinco de Mayo in this bitch. But you're going to need a drink after that. It lightens up from here for the most part.
I promise.
But it's one of those things that, with reverence and respect, we our hearts go out to Rebel.
Absolutely.
Because, fuck.
It's crazy.
I mean, we do horror stuff, so death's around us at all times. But it's just like,
when it's real and it's something personal like that, it's a little different. It's a little different.
She did change the game in a small bit. Oh, you're talking about Xavier Woods, but I'm talking about Rebel for just a hot sec. Because he did change the game. Boy, did he. But Rebel's one of those wrestlers that shows you that you can be atypical, you can be unorthodox, you can be a little bit different and still make an impact, no TNA pun intended, on the wrestling business. It was right there.
It was there.
So before we go into the business of this episode, you have a shout out.
Yes. So last week we were talking about the releases and Aleister Black.
Yes.
And we asked for somebody to let us know if there was anything different with his gimmick, his deal, what he does. And
Tommy End.
My man Naaman threw Tommy End at me. And brother, thank you. I went down such a gnarly fucking rabbit hole. Holy shit. Look, Naaman even said it when we were talking in message of put the spooky stuff away for a little bit and give me a killer. Tommy End versus Will Ospreay. Holy shit. Some of the most amazing wrestling I have seen in a good grip of just beating the shit out of each other.
Nice.
Awesome wrestling.
My last week was a little busy. So I have not you did share this with me, and I haven't had a chance to look at those matches.
I'm telling you, it was
if it's Tommy and Will Ospreay.
Young Will Ospreay. Oh God, it was amazing. So Naaman, thank you for admitting I was wrong.
Hey, that's why we said it.
Aleister, yeah, exactly.
That's why we said it. We want to be corrected. We want to know. That's the thing. We love wrestling. If you got wrestling to feed us, we are feed us more. Don't come after me, Ryback.
But Naaman also wanted to know where we're sitting for Dynamite because I didn't know.
Ask me later. I think in the front row, the 200 section, something like that. I wanted to be able to see the ring without people with signs saying
people in front of us. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, Naaman, thank you, Tommy End. If you have not watched a Tommy End wrestling match, people check that shit out.
It goes back to what we were talking about before. Trust the fucking independence, man.
Dude.
Trust the independence.
I mean, fucking amazing.
That's dope. I don't know what kind. I don't know. Let me know where you're seeing Dynamite. We're going to be seeing it in June in Cincinnati. Ohio. So let me know where you're seeing Dynamite. Because I don't know where they're going to be next week.
I don't remember.
So this weekend, into the top. Last week we came in here and we talked about the releases from the weekend prior. And we had some names on that list that didn't make a whole lot of sense. We had Kyrie Sane. We talked about Kyrie. We talked about Santos Escobar. We talked about the Machine Guns. There's a lot of names. We talked about Aleister Black. We just mentioned Tommy End. We had a lot of those conversations where we were discussing what they could do next, where they were, the impact that they had on wrestling, how some of the releases didn't seem to make any sense.
Right.
Then we got two more releases that to me also don't make sense at first. It was JC Mateo and Tongaloa.
Yep.
All right. Now let's be honest. I've seen a GOD match. These were quintessential members of the Bullet Club.
Yes.
Right? GOD was a fundamental part of the Bullet Club. And I don't know who this Tongaloa was. He literally botched on his debut and hadn't stopped. And I feel like that's unfair. But I think that there's a reason why the tag team titles were JC Mateo and Tama Tonga, or Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu, or not GOD, basically. Not GOD. There's a reason why it was not GOD. And I think that was, I think even a couple weeks ago on SmackDown, he rolled off the table.
Yeah.
And had to get put, come on, Tonga. Okay. So maybe we can joke and laugh, and not that people losing their jobs is funny, but we're trying to watch this as a wrestling product. We can kind of laugh and be like, all right, maybe we kind of get this one. And maybe they didn't do a whole lot with Jeff Cobb, and maybe Jeff Cobb was just kind of like, I can do more than this because he can.
Well, yeah.
you watch some Jeff Cobb matches because Jeff Cobb goes all the way back to TNA. He's an old TNA guy.
Yeah.
Go find some of those matches with that fucking mohawk.
Yeah.
Go watch that shit. But so you had the Jeff Cobb release and JC Mateo, if you're unfamiliar. It was funny. We were just talking about people and their name changes with the JD McDonough and the JC Mateo. It was the next two releases that really struck a chord. No one saw those coming, and honestly, I don't even think they saw it coming. It was Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods.
But let's legitimize it. They were not released.
No, I'm gonna get to that. But it's presented as a release.
Sure. Right? Yeah.
Presented as they were released because they were released. Let's be clear. They were released from their contract.
From their contracts.
So that's so in case anyone's ever curious, the reason why we use the term released instead of like fired or whatever is because they have a contract and there are terms in this contract. And when you are released from the terms of your contract, you're no longer held responsible for them, right? You're no longer bound by those conditions.
That's right.
So they were released from their contract outside of 90-day non-compete clause. So we're like, I know good and well the New Day wasn't fucking fired, right? Now that's something I'm gonna have to look up.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do a whole bunch. I'm gonna have to do like a whole deep dive on old Lucha Underground because they're coming back.
That's gonna be
That's
big
the rumor.
show.
The rumor is that they're coming back, and I cannot wait.
That's gonna be a big show.
That's gonna be a big show. Sit down, have a snack. We're gonna be talking for a minute. We've been doing what 3 episodes of this show together?
Yes,
3 or 4, and we've already talked about Lucha Underground like 2 or 3, 4, 5, 8 times. Like,
dude, if there's anything I love more than the WWE, it's Lucha Underground.
Lucha Underground was great. So as we explore a little bit deeper, and a little bit more time passed, the terms of this release became more clear. Instead of it was just like, hey, we got nothing for you guys because it's the fucking New Day.
New Day.
It's Kofi fucking Kingston. Don't ever tell me you got no space for Kofi fucking Kingston. Don't ever tell me that. I'll call you a liar twice. But here's what happened. TKO approached the New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods specifically, and asked them to restructure their newly signed contracts. Their contracts are maybe like a year or some odd old.
Not even a full year. Not
even a full year?
Not even
about a year.
Let's call it a year, but not even.
We'll call it a year for ease of term.
Call it a year.
Their new contracts are a year old. They're asked to restructure these contracts. And by restructure, it's like, all right, we agreed already to pay you X number of dollars. Like, we already had this conversation back and forth. We made an agreement. You agreed. We signed. So about that, let's reevaluate. How about half what we said? How about half that? Fucking half. And they're like, ooh. Nah, no, we're not doing that. They're like, well, this is what we need to do. It's like, no, we need to release us from our contract. So I'm like, all right. So they did. They stood on business. This is to me akin to when Sasha Banks and Naomi were like, yo, we're your tag team champions. Why are you putting us in a match for number 1 contendership to the women's title against each other,
right?
And nothing is going on. I lost on Raw the week prior. She lost on SmackDown the week prior. Why are we going against each other for a title, ignoring the title we have together? What is up with that? Yeah. And they're like, that's what the show says. And they're like, yeah, nah, here, take these. And they dropped the belts off and dipped because it was just a matter of principle. It's akin to that. Not quite the same, but akin. And I'm just like, you bitches have been making more money hand over fist. How can you dare ask the New Day to take half. Bitch.
You know, and here's the thing. Let's look at the roster.
Go
Okay.
for it.
Now you've got people already saying that this is a Triple H trigger pull, and it's not.
No.
Okay. Look
This
at
is
it.
above.
This is corporate. This is TKO fucking digging in.
Mhm.
You have a plethora of talent on the roster that's not being utilized.
Yep.
You are going to go ahead and go to an over decade tag team who has brought you so much fucking money.
Wait till we get into this. I don't have numbers and figures, but we're gonna get into the New Day.
You
12
go,
years, by the way. 12 years.
I mean, you've got merchandise alone. New Day merchandise alone. Shut up. Why would you? Who said, let's go talk to the New Day?
The New Day? Bitch.
And say,
first?
I want to re-talk about this contract and take 50%.
That's wild. It's wild to me.
It's obscene.
It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful is what it really is.
Look, it's money grubbing at its best because TKO is making fucking cash hand over fist. The fucking earnings are stupid. So justify anybody, never mind the fucking New Day, anybody. They're talking the whole roster. The whole roster is being asked to take a 50% pay cut.
Now, I have a question about whether or not it's going to be the whole roster. I have a question about some Seth. This is nothing personal, but some Seth Rollinses, some Roman Reigns, some Cody Rhodeses.
Well, okay.
Some Logan Pauls. I don't even know what the Logan Paul money looks like.
But that's the thing. Like, okay, at this point, even if I was Logan Paul or Cody Rhodes, am I untouchable?
A year ago, I'd say you were. But a year ago,
I would have told you the New Day was untouchable.
I would have told you this tomorrow that the New Day are untouchable.
Together, separate, it doesn't matter.
Kofi Kingston should be untouchable. I think someone said something about like, as far as current roster, longest tenured, and this is not from like current date to debut, This is current date, full time, hasn't left the company. Everyone wanted to talk about Rey Mysterio. He left at some point. R-Truth, he left at some point. So a lot of people in these, Cody left at some point. But you know who didn't?
Kofi.
Fucking Kofi. Kofi, Randy Orton, Miz are like top 3 tenured wrestlers right now.
Kofi was going to be a life. Let's be real. He was,
yeah. And he'll always be Kofi Kingston because he's Kofi fucking Kingston. And even Xavier Woods, who we mentioned earlier was Consequences Creed. That's way too many of those sounds together. It was too much one. It was too much together. But Creed was a TNA guy, and then probably did some other indie stuff, and then showed up in WWE as Xavier Woods, and didn't even know at the time he was going to change the game. He was doing some tag stuff with R-Truth. There's fun stories about hearing him high school wrestle with Cody because they're both from the Atlanta area, so they actually had a legit little rivalry, this school versus that school. Fun stories. This isn't the place for those. It's better to hear them tell those stories anyway. But you're gonna go to the New Day with this, right?
You're talking since 2014, the New Day has been in existence.
Yeah.
You had Kofi came in the company, 2008 with his ECW debut, right?
Yeah.
Come on, like I
That would have made him almost 20 years.
yeah,
20 years.
20 years.
You
Just
get a fucking
Kofi.
t-shirt. You get a t-shirt and a custom belt on the shop for 20 years. Saying. Like Air Boom, Team Air Boom, one of the worst tag team names ever.
But he stuck around, man.
Right. Evan Bourne didn't. Evan Bourne didn't.
You know,
CM Punk didn't. R-Truth didn't. And those were his partners.
Right. And it's not a concern whether or not they're going to make it afterwards.
No,
again,
no, absolutely not. They're the fucking New Day.
every company in the fucking world is biting at the bit right now.
They're just counting down. I'm sure there is a timer on Tony Khan's phone waiting for the chance to legally be able to discuss business with them. He'll probably have the contract sent to their house, scheduled, certified mail on day 90.
I don't want him to go there.
We'll talk about that in a minute, because that's something I want to get into. I want to get into that. But here's where we're upset with right now. Let's just call a spade and wash it. TKO is doing all of these measures to ungodly make money. The sponsorships on the ring, the
ticket prices,
the fact that you increase your ticket prices by, what was it, like 30% in the same city, in the same arena, year over after year. So this is a metric you don't get to accurately have in most cases for wrestling.
No.
Because you don't get to do, unless you're like fucking New Japan and Tokyo Dome for the airplane crossing over above me. My window's open. Oh, that's thunder. All right, cool. Unless you're the Tokyo Dome for New Japan for Wrestle Kingdom, you don't get to have a year-on-year for the exact same arena for, a like show.
No.
Right? Honestly, that's actually the only other circumstance for real. You get the Tokyo Dome, and they do Wrestle Kingdom on the same day every year in the same place. And for WWE, for once, they did the same show, WrestleMania, their biggest show. They did it in Vegas, back to back. They did it in Allegiant Stadium, back to back. And so you mean to tell me that if I have this one seat and I get the exact same chair year on year, I'm paying your bitch ass 30% more?
Yep. Hope you paid all your bills for the fucking year.
Right. That was a $500 nosebleed seat turned into an $800 nosebleed seat.
And you know what I say? Fuck you. I love wrestling, but no fucking way.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No.
Now, I'll tell you, I just bought AEW tickets, and we already talked about this. I literally messaged this guy. I was just like, hey, talk me out of this. Talk me out of it. I knew he was busy, and I knew he couldn't do it. And even if he could, he wouldn't. He'd be like, don't not buy the ticket. Just buy two, bitch. Let me know. Oh. But do you know how easy it was to just pick my phone up and be like, oh, okay, cool. Ticket. Just easy. That's an affordably priced ticket. You're making all this money. Netflix deal. The new deals with USA Network and the CW from the last couple of years. So that money, you got the sponsorship money. You got all this extra money coming in. And don't forget, TKO is making money on the other side with UFC.
And the same shit's happening.
Mind you, TKO has two companies under it. It's WWE and UFC. So everything WWE related is just half the money they got coming in. They got UFC on the other side, and they just did a deal with Paramount.
Yep.
Which is a whole other conversation because they're trying to like almost not quite source out, but block where AEW can do the wrestling. That's about a year from now. We say we got about 12 to 18 months before AEW may not have a spot where they can legally do their wrestling because of TKO.
Right.
Again, another show. But How dare you, as a money hungry fucking company? How dare you? Like, these are people who are just trying to live a dream, and then you have fans like us, who are sitting here going to go see wrestling shows. This happens to be an AEW show, but this could have very well been a Raw or SmackDown that he'd be going to go see.
Yeah.
And I held on to this comment for a second. There's a reason why I didn't post it yet, because the conversation is real. It's time for the wrestlers to start talking unions.
And that's not a bad idea, because
it's not a new conversation either.
The word loyalty, when it comes to a company, doesn't fucking exist anymore. So why should talent be loyal to one company on their own? Fucking union it up.
It's time to union. It's time. Even if they're like, the such and such union for AEW, and it just at
per
the
company.
At the very least, you should keep company should honor their contracts. WWE does not. I think AEW might, but WWE does not honor their half the contracts. Mind you, the New Day just signed a 5-year deal in 2025. They just signed a 5-year deal, holding them in until 2030 for X number of dollars that they agreed upon per year, that they discussed and agreed upon.
Yeah.
We've heard we talk. Everyone talks contracts very publicly now, right?
Yep. Signed and notarized.
Right. So we may not hear individual numbers, but we're all hearing the shit about, oh, this person's got a contract. We're talking numbers. This person's signing a contract. They're having a dispute on numbers. We're hearing it everywhere. And you're going to sign their contract. You're going to legitimize that for 5 years, and then disrespectfully try to back out and go for not take a 20% cut, not a progressively increasing cut, starting at 15, increase to 5, increase to 20, increase to 25, increase to 30 over time. None of that.
No,
none of that.
No.
Just tell them, hey, we're going to make you take half the money we agreed to pay you.
And I wonder if there was even a fucking conversation about, like, okay, we want you to take a pay cut on that end, but we'll give you more money on fucking merch earnings.
I hadn't even thought about that, but that's a perfect way. I still think it's shitty, but at least it would have been something. At least it would have been merit based. At least it's like, hey, go out here, sell this shirt, and we give you on this particular, from every shirt you have coming out from here forward, it's an increase of 10-15% on your royalty for it.
You just made sure you secured that talent to not fucking go anywhere.
It's wild, dude. It's fucking wild.
Again, they're making so much money. You've got all the sponsorships, not just in commercial advertisements, but you got the canvas is fucking covered. The fucking turnbuckles are getting shit on them now.
The turnbuckle. Who was it that was on the turnbuckle? The general.
The general was on the turnbuckle. Yeah. You've got the skirt on the fucking ring is got fucking
the fucking tables.
The tables,
the
Slim Jim tables, baby.
The fucking Slim Jim tables.
Everywhere you look, there is a fucking sponsorship placement somewhere.
We're not even talking about sponsored matches.
No.
This match brought to you by so-and-so. Not the Mountain Dew Code Red Inferno match shit. Or whatever.
No. I'm talking about just in general. And then you... It's ridiculous in general. Club WWE.
Don't get me started on this Club WWE shit. It's like, hey, do you want to like pay us more money for shit and be like cooler than other people? Huh? Join this club and we'll give you exclusively overpriced.
And they said the same shit with the network. And where is that now? Oh, that's right. I got to watch everything on ESPN.
The network was
network
dope.
doesn't even exist. The network was beautiful.
The network was fucking dope.
It was
I'm
amazing.
sorry. The network changed the game when it came to pro wrestling. I talked about this. I think it was the episode I did before you officially came on, when I was talking about watching Destiny. Dynasty. It was Dynasty.
Yeah.
When I was watching AEW Dynasty, because it was my first AEW pay-per-view, I talked about how when you were watching pay-per-view back in the day, it was $30 for your average pay-per-view, right?
Sure.
You want to watch Bash of the Beach? $30. You want to watch King of the Ring? $30. Fully loaded?
$29.95.
Right. Easy. Now, Mania was $50, but it was Mania.
It was Mania.
And we're looking at like Hogan Rock and Rock Austin at that time.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay. That was easy. And then the network comes out. And when the network comes out, it's like, hey, not only will you get to watch all your favorite previous episodes of Raw or SmackDown, but we'll throw in the pay-per-views. And all you've got to pay is $9.99
a
month. You are paying a third of a pay-per-view price, and you're getting the entire fucking library.
Get the whole vault. Everything.
The whole thing.
Everything.
With the exception of Over the Edge 99. Which, I have no understanding why. Over the Edge 99 is available on Netflix.
Really?
Yes.
I might watch that later.
I didn't believe it until I was like, I gotta fucking click this, because maybe this is a different Over the Edge. Maybe I got the year wrong. I didn't. I figured that most wrestling fans know Over the Edge 99, and most of the people who are watching this right now, you can just say yes in the comments if you know why I'm talking about Over the Edge 99. If you know why, just say yes in the comments. It's cool. We ain't got to go into all the details. But Over the Edge 99 was the only thing you could not get on the network, but it's available on fucking Netflix, which is wild. But it changed the game on how much people, consumers, were expecting to pay for things when it comes to, the pay-per-view prices. And you turn the average price to $10, and now paying $40 for an AEW pay-per-view feels weird, right? Feels funny. But now you're going back the other way, where we used to pay for $10 for your stuff, or the shit was on.
Then they did the shift to Peacock.
We did the shift to Peacock. Peacock is cheap though.
Yeah, but even still,
I pay like $3 for Peacock. Like, it's really, average person's gonna pay like $15, $9. Like, they have a $10 tier, which I think was part of the thing. They're like, well, we're gonna take the network away, but there's a $10 tier on Peacock, and you're gonna pay the same money, and you're gonna get essentially the same thing. And you did. But now ESPN is $30-something, $40 or whatever, and it's changed everything. The network was so good.
It was perfect.
Yeah. I'm going to spare you from having to watch it, because it can get kind of heavy if you know. It's the pay-per-view event Owen Hart died on. So,
I can't believe it. It's
it's on Netflix. Crazy. It's wild. All of that's to say that what TKO is doing right now is criminal, in my opinion.
It's highway robbery.
It's the most criminal, not illegal thing.
Look, you're talking about this major company who's saying that they are hurting financially, but you've got one of their board members, The Rock, who is at the Met Gala wearing a fucking 6 different mortgaged watch on his fucking wrist.
I mean, I like watches. Don't get me wrong. I got 3 on my desk, like right here. I'm fucking with them right here.
Dude.
And collectively, these hoes ain't retailing. These don't retail $1,000. right? They don't retail $1,000. But these hoes are going to now. In all fairness, Rock makes other money outside.
Sure, right.
Yeah, he does. He does
okay.
make. He does make money, a lot of money outside of
But
TKO and Endeavor.
let's talk about the potential of the rumor of bonuses that were given to top.
I wish I could find it because I saw
people.
The
really?
increase was like 300 fucking percent, dude.
Dude.
Like,
and so everybody
year over year, just year over year, from 24 to 25. Here's the thing: I forgot what the SCC, right? I forgot what it stands for, but basically, it's a government, it's a branch of the government, it's a department of the government where businesses have to like submit annual reports for legitimacy, right? These reports, for most of that, it's public record. You can just look this shit up.
Well, yeah, if it's a publicly owned company, of course you can.
Yeah. So because the shit has to be legit, and you have to be legit by disclosing. I was just bored one day, and it might be on my desk somewhere, but I was pulling up AMC movie theaters, their annual report, because I was curious. I review horror movies, so I was curious. I was trying to see exactly how ridiculous it is for them to charge so much for fucking food. Because this is a recreation of the Scream, one of the Scream buckets that they had for Scream 7. I have a Scream bucket for Scream 7 up here up top. And we collectively paid for snacks $60 for 2 drinks, 2 big things of popcorn, and two candies. It was ridiculous. But you can just look that shit up. My point. You should probably go and look up either Endeavor or TKO. Look it up because those are the names of companies. And just see how much it's all disclosed. The amount of money that these people are making hand over fist to sit in boardrooms. Not the people who are in the ring risking their lives, not the ones who are actually making the thank you so much. The Securities Exchange Commission.
Look. Quarterly, TKO.
Hit me.
Fiscal year 25. Quarter 4. Okay?
That is the last 3 months of 2025. Last 3 months of last year. This is the months leading into Rumble.
$1 billion in revenue.
Ooh,
with a B.
With a B.
With a B.
That's money in, ladies and gentlemen. That's money in.
$1 billion. That's just one quarter.
That's
not even the full fiscal year.
It's a half. It's literally a quarter.
You go back 2 quarters. You want to know what they made on quarter 2?
What did they make quarter 2?
1.5 billion.
Because that's Mania quarter right there.
Yeah.
Last year, that Mania was in April. That's Mania quarter. That's April, May, June. The point of all this business shit that we're talking about is that there is no reason to punish the wrestlers, the ones who are doing the work, the ones who are giving us a product to enjoy for you to make money off of. And if you're going to do it, you don't do it to a tag team.
That for over a decade.
12 years as a team. They formed in July of 2014.
Yep.
And I went back and watched that segment a little bit before we started. That segment, it was a tag team matchup. It was Kofi Kingston and Big E versus, are you ready for this? Ryback.
Curtis Axel and Ryback.
Yeah. Now, I said that because I want you to think about where the tag team division was in 2014. One of the top contending tag teams was Ryback.
Wow. I forgot about them until you even fucking said anything.
I forgot about them until I saw the fucking match. So it's a losing effort by Kingston and Big E. And Xavier Woods comes out in a clean ass white suit and says it's time for us to stop waiting for us to be given stuff, and we're going to go out and take it, long and short. So he had approached them previously a couple times before that, and finally got them on this side. And then comes the official debut, which was November 28th, 2024. They have a 6-man tag match. Now, I'm gonna give you a chance to guess the names. I want you to just pick people off the roster. It wasn't an official team, so just pick a name from 2014. Who you think was in this 6-man tag match against them?
If I remember right, it was the New Day.
Don't look it up.
I'm not. Was it Heath Slater and Titus O'Neil?
That's 2 of them, which is impressive.
And
Curtis Axel. Mind you, this is only 4 or 5 months later. It's Curtis Axel. His partner's not even in this match. Titus O'Neil. No primetime players. Heath Slater. No Nexus. Or 3MB. We might be in 3MB territory at this point.
Yeah, I think so.
3MB, none of which are any of these guys. This was the tag team division at the time. And the New Day come out doing their New Day thing.
Yep.
And this is the tag team that revolutionized tag team wrestling in WWE. For a company that did not appreciate tag team wrestling, disrespected tag team wrestling every chance they get. I want to throw out some stats for you real quick. I want to throw out the individual stats for the members of the New Day. Now, for the record, to be fair, it's Woods and Kofi that are gone. Big E is still there.
Yeah, he's still doing post-show and pre-show commentary.
Right, but he's no longer having one of those in-ring contracts. It's a different thing for him.
Correct.
But we'll talk about Big E, who is an 8-time tag team champion. Mind you, some of these tag titles overlap. He's an 8-time tag team champion. 2 times he held the Intercontinental Championship. He held the NXT Championship and the WWE Championship in his time in the ring, and lost that title to Brock Lesnar. Black fans understand why I said that. Xavier Woods won the King of the Ring and held the tag team titles. Mind you, they had the Freebird rules, so this includes 8 of these, 13 times.
Yep.
The New Day as a team always included Xavier. 13 times they held your tag team championships.
Yep. Kofi was a Grand Slam champion.
Yes, he was. He held the WWE Championship, lost to Brock Lesnar. He held the Intercontinental Championship 4 times. He won the United States Championship 3 times and held the tag team championships, whether with the New Day or just Xavier Woods, still counts as the New Day, or with R-Truth, or with CM Punk, or with Evan Bourne.
Oh, wow. How was that?
6, that's Air Boom.
That's right. That's right. It was Air Boom. Wow.
16 times Kofi Kingston held the tag team championships in the WWE over his nearly 20-year career. Nearly 20 fucking years.
And they just let him walk away.
You let him walk?
Let him walk.
You let him walk. We can't do this. We can't be doing this, man.
I mean, you're talking about a team that had, arguably one of the best gimmicks when it comes to a faction tag team.
3-man
fan
tag
favorites. I mean, the power positivity movement. Holy crap. How long did that last? The fucking pancakes and
the Bootios.
The Bootios.
Did you ever buy a box of Bootios?
I did buy a box of Bootios.
Did you buy a box of Bootios?
Yeah, I did.
I bought a box of
Fuck
Bootios.
yeah, I did. Of course I did. I even have
For
a
the record,
coffee mug. I have a Kofi Kingston coffee mug that's a stack of pancakes.
nice. That's nice. Bootios actually was a pretty decent cereal. I'm not gonna lie. That was a. I
It
mean,
was tasty.
it's just generic cereal with marshmallows with their label on the front of it, but it was a good cereal. Like I would have bought a second box. I didn't. This is again. This is what we're talking about. Not only are they getting their roster, but they're getting their roster to the point where it's like there are people who I want to support. Obafemi is one of those dudes I want to support. I love Obafemi. I love Roxanne Perez. In ring and out. She's fucking gorgeous. I even like what Liv Morgan's been doing. I like what the Judgment Day's been doing story-wise. I love Finn Balor. I love NXT so much. Sol Ruka just came to Raw. I love what they're doing. I love what these people are doing, but I don't like what the company's doing, dude.
No.
And
the corporate side of the company is bullshit right now.
And it's legitimately ruining the WWE. Like it's
gonna start losing fans. They're gonna start losing fans.
I didn't watch SmackDown last week for the sake of the funeral, and I hadn't had a chance to go back and watch it. And I knew I would hear enough of what happened on Raw to watch Raw. And part of me is like, I don't even fuck anymore, dude. It's like, for me to continue to watch this show, for me to continue to support this company, I have to, encourage people to take 50% pay cuts? Let me ask you all something at home. If you guys were going to a store, your favorite coffee spot, right? Not just Starbucks, your Dunkin' Donuts, but your favorite local coffee spot, and you found out that the owner talked to your favorite barista and was like, hey, I'm going to need you to take a pay cut. We had our most successful year ever, right? We had 4 increasingly successful profit-making quarters. And I'm going to need you to take a pay cut. Would you call bullshit and stop going to that coffee shop? Or do you love that barista so much that you feel like you need to go more and tip them more?
Dude, I'm telling you, looking at $6 billion worth of revenue.
Like I want to see that SEC report, because I want to. Here's the thing, and this is what it clicked when I had read the one about AMC movie theaters. I saw how much money they were bringing in, right? Revenue coming in off of food products alone. That's your hot dogs, your hamburgers, your hot dogs, your popcorn, all this shit. Is like over $1 billion. And I'm like, wild.
Mm-hmm.
Then I saw how much money that they spent. And that year on year, they're losing money still. Because the fees for licensing movies and playing movies out and having those fees to go with that.
Oh, that's right.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And this is based on the United States domestic market and overseas. And we're bringing all this up because this is what, maybe I'm boring you. Maybe we're boring you with all the business stuff. But let me tell you something. This is what's driving the decisions, right? When your favorite wrestler is being asked to take a pay cut, this is the reason why. And it's only fair that we pay attention as to why, right? When all of a sudden we're watching these storylines and Kyrie's gone, which probably was a different reason, but Kyrie's gone. And the New Day's gone. Mind you, we just had this thing where Kofi Kingston was buddying up with Javon Evans. I was waiting for that tag match.
I was stoked for that.
I needed that tag match.
That was going to be fire.
Even if he was like, no, fight me. Fight me one-on-one. Kofi Kingston versus Javon Evans?
Wow. Be awesome.
What?
Not going to happen now.
Not in WWE. Not in WWE. And I can't blame Javon for sticking around. Because that's where the money is.
Yeah.
At least it was.
It was.
So
We don't know
now
if it is
here's the
now.
question. If you're an independent wrestler, do you want that WWE NIL money?
No, I'm gonna go to Japan.
Do you want that WWE ID championship?
No, I'm gonna go to TNA.
Do you travel for that tryout?
Fuck no.
Do you move to Orlando, Florida?
Nope. I'd stick in the Indies. Fuck it.
Because everyone has proven that you make so much money on the Indies. Don't believe me? Ask Matt Cardona why he didn't sign with nobody for a while.
He was getting paid.
Paid.
And had creative freedom, was having a good time. Get out of
here. Oh,
yeah.
Worked when he wanted to work, didn't work when he didn't want to work. If Chelsea had time off, he just doesn't book.
They spent more time at Disney World than he did in the ring.
Because he wanted to. Not because he wasn't good enough to do so.
Because he could.
Until they could move on. That's the answer right there. So what do we do, man? As the question I'm posing you directly, dog, like, what do we do as wrestling fans? We have the Obafemis and we have the Sol Rukas and we have the JC Janes. I'm afraid of JC Jane. What do we do?
Look, the product as a whole is still good. I'm not saying the product is going to lack. But if this keeps happening, yes, the product's going to diminish. You're going to start seeing more people. Again, we talked about people kind of spreading their wings and broadening their horizon of what they watch as far as wrestling. Yeah. This is the opportunity. If you're bored, if you're pissed off, you want to say fuck you to TKO, watch TNA.
Now, there's a partnership, but those are still separate companies.
Still separate companies. TKO does not own them.
They do not. They have influence because of a partnership. No That's difference than the connection between AEW and CMLL as it applies to New Japan. Because New Japan had an issue with AAA. So before WWE had their hands in AAA, the reason why AEW partnered up with CMLL as opposed to AAA was because New Japan didn't like them.
Right.
New Japan had an issue. This is no different. So any of those non-WWE, any of those WWE haters who are just salty, don't act like AEW's any less guilty. They were doing the exact same shit. Is the AEW partnership with New Japan, because that's a big conversation right now.
Well, yeah.
It's a big conversation right now.
Ring of Honor.
Everyone's talking all this smack to Carlos, the dude who owns TNA.
Yep.
And they're like, hey, how dare you XYZ when it comes to your shows that have AEW people on them, or like mutual shows, other people's shows where the rosters are together. Yeah. And he pulled his TNA guys. And it's like, hey, AEW didn't book your people with AAA guys because of New Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not innocent. So don't feed us the BS. We're not eating BS on either plate. Neither side can serve us the bullshit. We're not eating on either plate. So this is just business. This is why you have some spots that serve Pepsi and only Pepsi. Go to Atlanta, Georgia, and ask for a Pepsi. See what the fuck happens.
Nope.
Dead serious. And this is just business. That's a business thing. That's a regular business thing, regardless of the market or industry. Again, legit. I dare you. Don't do it. I dare you. Please don't do it for your own safety. I dare you. Go to Atlanta and insist on a Sierra Mist or on a Starry or on a Pepsi. Dare you. Don't do it. Please don't do it. Please do not do it.
Don't do it. Don't fucking do it.
Please do it. Because they will fight you in Atlanta. Everybody's hood there. They will fight you in Atlanta. Don't do it. But ask somebody from Atlanta what happens, and they'll tell you that you just don't get a Pepsi in Atlanta because that's where Coke lives.
It's Coke.
It's where the museum's there, the factory's there, the company's there, their headquarters there. You're not getting it. You're not getting a Pepsi. You're not getting a Pepsi. But again, this is just business. This is how that works. All of this to say, are you pissed off about the New Day? Are you pissed off about them being released and for this reason? And other wrestlers are being asked, the rosters being asked to take up to 50% of a pay cut?
As a fan that pays money, fuck yeah.
Dynamite is tomorrow.
Yep.
You already see it. Me and Joker, are we going to see Dynamite live? We sure are. We got people. Hold on, let me go back to it. He's going to go see AEW.
Yep.
They're going to see AEW. I saw you out there. I wasn't ignoring you. I got you out there. So you're on the floor. We'll have to see somebody. We have to like catch you in the lobby or some shit.
Right.
But yeah, we're gonna be there. We're gonna be there.
Yep. True
that's
story.
it. That's how that works. But again, that's just business. And you know what? Maybe this is just business too.
And look, if it is, I understand. If you could justify that you are actually losing money or that a talent is being underutilized, so you need to dismiss them.
Or they're not worth the money that you're paying them.
They're not worth it. They're not getting a draw that they should have been. Right. Okay, I get it. That's a justification. But when it is inevitably right in my face how much fucking money you are pulling down, no, it's uncalled for. It's ridiculous.
So like that's the part. This is where you start seeing the greed, right?
Yeah.
When money becomes the point. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to let me say it so Joker doesn't have to. And when I say this, please be clear. I am not validating or justifying any of those other actions. I am also not saying that he's a good person. But Vince McMahon would never.
I didn't have to say it. Thank you.
Because here's the fucked up part. We're all pissed at Vince McMahon. You pulled some bullshit, Vince. You pulled some shit, right? So fuck you twice, and fuck your auntie for the bullshit that you pulled. But as I tell people, sometimes bad people do good things and sometimes good people do bad things. This is the way of the world. Vince McMahon would never. And as people do who are from that new era, attitude era, the ruthless aggression era, they'll tell you, working with Vince McMahon, you got your Angles and your Randy Ortons and your Cenas and your Austins and your Rocks and your Bret Harts. These people will tell you, Vince didn't do this shit.
No. The
company as it was, when it was just a private company or WWE LLC, and it was just the McMahons and stockholders.
I do remember one time though, when the Dudleys were asked to take a pay cut before they left out.
And to take a pay cut is fine.
It was substantial.
And that's fine. It's not, here's the thing. This isn't, and I know you know this isn't about taking pay cuts. This is a thing that does happen in businesses all the time. You at home may have been like, your company may have gotten bought out and the new owners are like, hey, we don't think this position should be making X number of dollars. And now we're looking at restructuring as we work through the cuts and things in the company. We're looking at paying you maybe not $25 an hour, but $22 an hour, or maybe $20 an hour. Or maybe you maybe instead of getting 15 vacation days at the start of the year. You're going to get 10 from here forward. We'll honor the ones you've got or the ones you've scheduled, but you're only going to get 10 from here on out. When you have companies, I used to work for a gas station, definitely named Speedway. They were just recently bought by 7-Eleven, right? So I wasn't working there at the time. This happened shortly after I left. But people I've talked to since then, there's a lot of restructuring that happened after, pay was different. The bonus structure was different. They had a whole bonus system that Speedway Super America used for a long, long time. They got bought by another company and they restructured. Now, here's the difference. The difference here is these companies get bought because they're losing money. Mm-hmm. That's why they get bought. No one's turning around and buying Amazon. No one's buying Walmart because those are successful companies. Like them or hate them, like the Waltons, like Bezos, doesn't matter. They're successful companies. They just are. So no one's buying them. No one's buying successful companies. So you find companies that are not working and you buy them. Now you have to have a return on investment and you have to make money off the product you just found. So you have to make some cuts. This happens. That again is also business. It's like, the house next door. Sure, market value might say it's $150,000, but there's damage in there. And if I want to turn around and redo the house and then sell it back, I'm not paying you $150,000. I'm not paying you $100,000. I'm going to try to lowball you as close to 85 or 90 as possible. Probably closer to 80 because I need to be able to buy it, spend the money to repair it, and then sell it at market value. Pawn Stars? Mm-hmm. Is that the conversation we had on Pawn Stars all the time? It's like, yeah, the value is $1,000, but I can't pay you $1,000. I have to sell it.
Gotta make that money.
So I have to buy it from you for $400. That's a pay cut, right? It's the same thing as far as business is concerned. I'm not mad at that. It's the audacity of a company making so much fucking money without being able to demonstrate. Mind you, we're talking these companies are making profits. Okay. This is the money coming in and then the expenses going out and profits what's left.
Look, hold on. I'll tell you exactly how many employees TKO has too.
He's already shared he's a shareholder. This is no secret. He's already talked about that.
Hey, look, I got to make that money too. They have 4,000 employees. 4,000. You're making close per fiscal year, close to $6.5-7 billion.
Billion. And tell me, I dare you to tell me your expenses are exceeding $4 billion.
No fucking way.
You just built your new headquarters, so I'm sure you got a loan on that. That's cute. That ain't got nothing to do with Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. But all these cities that you're visiting, they're paying you to go there. These cities are paying you to go there. The Saudi prince is paying you to go there. You're not losing money. This is cutting back on your expenses. What, on the ring aprons? Is that what you're losing spending your money on? You got $5 billion going out on ring aprons?
Why? Because fans are paying to put their names on it now too.
I saw that shit. I didn't know what the fuck that was when I first saw it. I was like, what is this small print?
Dude.
That's fucking nuts.
They are making so much money.
I'm gonna find that TKO SEC report. May not be an episode. You may just have to like catch me outside and I'll tell you about it. But let me I'm so annoyed because they're not showing that we're losing money. Now, I'll say this. If someone can present me, and I'll tell you this, it's not going to be an episode unless I find that report and I can tell how much money they're otherwise losing year on year. Because revenue, money coming in, it doesn't always tell the story. There's the other half of that story, money out.
True.
So, and when you got, let's call it 20 wrestlers who are making a salary of what, 5 million, 10 million over 5 years.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a hit to a point. I can see that. So I'm gonna look at that. I'm gonna find that report. I'm gonna read it. And if I'm right, if me and Joker are right, and you have no business with the money you're making hand over fist in profit, if we're right, I ain't saying shit. But if I'm wrong, I'm a moon of my word. If I'm wrong about it, and we are totally off base, I'll read the report my damn self. If I'm totally off base, I'll come back and tell you. The Moon Eagles Wrestling Podcast will come back and tell you. Hey, let me put it out there for them, because some people are going to argue with us. They're going to argue with us. Let me just say it. If we're wrong, we'll fess. We're men of our word.
100%.
But
I know I'm not wrong this time.
Oh, I know. Because let me go out here and find somebody who's a stockholder who can tell me how much money they're making. How's it going?
How you doing? My name is Sean Joker Durkin, and I am a shareholder. Almost 3 shares now. So yeah.
I had about 5 shares of WWE. I did. It's one of those. Listen, guys, it's one of those things where it's like, you know what? Why not? That's why I bought my shares of WWE. I sold them, but I was just like,
I thought about it, but now I'm telling I'm supposed to be buying more, so I don't know. Fucking whatever.
I mean,
I might.
I won't judge you for doing it because the money's green. But let's talk about the New Day real quick before we I'm surprised we've only been talking for an hour and 12 minutes, to be honest with you. Let's talk about the New Day specifically. The New Day, as far as Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, they are gone. They were not on Raw. They are moved to the alumni page on the website. They are, for all intents and purposes, they are gone from WWE. So in 90 days, what's next? I know you said you don't want to see them in AEW, so I got to find out why.
I want them in TNA.
So here's the fun part. They're on a 90-day non-compete clause outside WWE.
Yes.
TNA should count. I think they can, because here's the thing. I remember at some point somebody was on their 90 days and WWE still retains them for those 90 days because they're still getting paid for those 90 days. If something came up and they needed like a tag team to debut against, they could pull the New Day in the next 3 months without a new deal. They could pull the New Day. Why do you think that the New Day? I mean, mind you, we haven't had Thursday yet. Impact is coming up on Thursday. Do you think you'll see the New Day on Impact?
I hope so. Because look, here's my reason. All right.
Sure.
If every time we talk about a release, it's right away everybody's like, "Oh, let's send them to AEW." 9 times out of 10, I would probably agree with you. But like you and I were talking about the other day, the tag team divisions in certain companies are not thriving the way that they should. Agreed. Or there's just not enough talent, or there's too much. If you was to send them to AEW, who are your key tag teams right now that you right away, I'd put them against the New Day?
Young Bucks. And there's a specific reason why. Because they're nerds. And I want to get into this in the next part of this conversation. They're nerds. And it's one of those things when the Young Bucks were the number 1 tag team that people were talking about out of New Japan and Ring of Honor. And the New Day was the top tag team that people were talking about. Actually, I would say the Elite and the New Day, because we're going to include Kenny Omega.
Right.
People wanted to see the Elite versus the New Day. 6-on-6 or 3-on-3. We got to see they were at a video game convention at one point.
Yeah.
And we got to see them go head to head at the video game convention. Did I watch that shit? You bet your ass I did. Because I want to see the Elite versus the New Day. Now, obviously, we don't have E. So the New Day's incomplete. It's like New Evening. Not the whole day.
Not the whole day.
But
I just
the Young Bucks.
And that would be about it.
That's about it. Now there's some great things you can do in there. I have some thoughts.
Well, and you still have like Edge and Christian that are doing their thing again, which there's familiarity, but then you go to TNA, and who's in TNA right now that would the fucking Hardys.
The Hardys are there. But it's not even the hard. And that's the thing. Like the thing about Cage and Cope, Edge and Christian, or the Hardys, or even FTR. Those are WWE tag teams.
Sure.
And I'm thinking most of them in the last 12 years have probably wrestled the New Day.
And that's exactly right. You're just gonna get replays. You're gonna. It's like watching a fucking rerun.
Now I will say this is one of the reasons why I do kind of like the idea of them in AEW. One, I want them. I think that the New Day are enough that they increase the market, the value of the market share that AEW has, as AEW is going to run into some issues in the next year or so. I think the New Day will help with that. But if the New Day gets a chance to change their gimmick a little bit, change their character.
I was getting ready to ask you, what would their gimmick be?
I want them to hurt people.
Yeah, dude, this
I want them to hurt people.
Look, this heel turn right now was so great. Like, I love watching Kofi be a prick.
Yeah,
snatching shit out of fans' fucking hands and just throwing that shit, kicking it. It's fucking gold.
I want them to hurt Syndicate.
I definitely want the gimmick to go super, super heel, like ridiculous. Yeah. But I just would they do well? Yes.
The Rascals.
Again, it's a WWE tag team if you're going to be technical.
I mean, you could, but Myron hasn't.
Oh, I know Myron hasn't. But I'm just saying in general, you're going to run into the Hurt Business Syndicate.
He's not fucking
another WWE fucking faction. So,
but they're the Syndicate though. It's the Syndicate.
But it would still.
And you're right though. You're right. It is. But at this point, you have to remember at a certain age in career, there was only WWE.
Well, sure.
So at some point, everyone was there to some degree. But Kofi Kingston versus Darby Allin,
that would be fun.
I mean, we can start looking at the individual matches.
Well, and would you want them to go in as a tag or go in as solo wrestlers?
Kind of like the Hurt Syndicate is doing now. They are a group,
but they do their own thing every so often.
Yeah, kind of like the Bang Bang Gang.
Okay.
And actually, the New Day versus the Guns.
Bang Bang Gang.
The Guns.
That would be good. That would be good.
I think that there's space for the tag teams to thrive. There's space for it to happen. If they somehow manage to get a third, which to be honest with you, I don't want them to do.
No, stick with the duo.
Yeah, I don't, because you can't replace E.
Look, when they tried to do the Grayson Waller thing, it was stupid.
No one's talking about that anymore.
It was dumb.
We can't talk about that anymore.
My bad.
We can't talk about Grayson Waller with the New Day. Can't do that. But Kofi Kingston versus Swerve Strickland. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that the Hit Row was a WWE thing.
Hit Row.
Yeah. But Isaiah Swerve Scott and Swerve Strickland are not the same guy.
No.
They're not. That's like John Moxley and Dean Ambrose.
Yeah,
they're not the same guy.
Yeah, no, it's not the same at all.
And I wouldn't mind seeing Xavier Woods go go on the mic against MJF.
He would get buried.
It'd be fun though.
He would get buried.
It'd be
Are you
fun.
kidding?
Yeah.
Look,
I want
he's
it.
good on the mic, but
I know.
come on.
Listen, we've already established that MJF is like our dude.
That's my man.
That's our. That's this
my
show.
Guy.
This show is firmly behind MJF.
That's my guy.
He's our scumbag.
Anybody wants to, reach out to the man.
Hey,
I would let him burn me.
In character, out of character, I don't even
I'd
care.
Smile the whole time. Fucking burn me, please. Fucking chew me up, spit me out.
It would be great. Can you imagine? First of all, real quick, can you imagine MJF coming to the haunt and like cutting an MJF style promo from start to fucking finish of the haunt?
Oh my God.
What I would pay to see that, dude.
That'd be so awesome.
I'd pay to see it. I'd pay to see it.
That'd be great.
I'd pay to see it. Shout out to Hallowed Hills because Malice Manor Cribs official selection of the Imaginarium Film Festival. Just saying. Just saying.
So hype, dude.
Just saying. We'll talk about that. That's somewhere else. We'll talk about that elsewhere. Just had to get a shout out because we're here. It's fine. It's a 2-hour show now. We just declaring it. It's what we do now. Okay, so if TNA, who are they fighting besides the Hardys?
I mean, that's your jump right there, and then just go down the fucking rest of the roster. I mean,
order 4.
You've got so many on TNA's roster that are. I mean, you've got even Nick Nemeth that's doing tag stuff now. Back in
with Ryan,
so
Ryan Nemeth.
I feel like if they was to go to TNA, they would have much more creative freedom. Number one, not saying that Tony Khan wouldn't give them that, but
I would give, if I was Tony Khan, I'd give the New Day in 90 days. I'd give them the ring and a live mic.
You would have to give them the first. You'd have to give them the first half hour to 45 minutes.
I would open the show with the New Day and just say, "We'll start the show when you're done."
When you're done, give them time. Let them take over. That would be the only way, because it's just there's just so much. It's again, like I said at the beginning of the show, every company in the planet is chomping at the bit within the next 90 days for all of this talent. But now with fucking Kofi and Woods, forget about it, dude.
And here's the thing. How are you like Tyson and Tyreek as a tag team out there in the world if they stay together? I don't know if they came in together or not. But how do you market yourself in the same market that now contains the New Day?
You can't. I mean,
like, listen, this is a
draw, but
listen, this is a preview. Next week, we're going to be talking tag teams. I've already been working on my list, and spoilers, the New Day is on that top 5.
Duh.
They're on that top 5 tag team all time.
If they're not on anybody's, you've not been paying attention.
Your list is invalid. If your New Day is not in your top 5, your list is invalid. I said it. Fight me. I don't care. Fight me.
Again, longest running tag team in history after fucking Demolition.
Say something to me. Say something to me. If the New Day is not in your top 5, the New Day is not in your top 5. Write me. I need to hear that argument.
Who is?
I need to know your top 5 if the New Day's not in it. And don't you dare put the Usos at number 5 and say the New Day didn't cut it.
Ooh.
Don't even dare. No. Don't even dare. Don't even breathe the audacity in my direction. They're the number 2 as far as tag team reigns. in the top company, the New Day is number 2 all-time reign. Usos, New Day, Demolition. Got those numbers, as a matter of fact. New Day, the Usos, 622 days in that one title reign.
Yep.
The New Day's record reign was 483, and they beat Demolition at 2 or 7, 478. It's over a year each. It's almost 2 years for the Usos.
And completely, how many times were those titles defended?
Several. Actually, for the New Day in particular, that they were defending it several times as they were breaking records
all the time.
That was such a great run there.
They were defending it almost every week on TV. Never mind pay-per-views.
And these are 8, 13, and 16-time tag team champions.
The world.
It's like how do you? Greatest tag teams. We'll come back next week and catch us as far as see what our top 10 lists are for best tag teams. And for the record, after that, we're talking gimmicks. So I'm ready to hear people talk about their favorite gimmicks. Danhausen is just going to get a special mention in his own right. He doesn't have to be on your list.
Danhausen's going to get a section of his own just because he's Danhausen.
Because he's Danhausen, and I love what Danhausen does. So that's coming up in the next couple of weeks. Is tag teams gimmicks. So now you can tell your friends about it and bring them to the show. Let them go ahead and subscribe to the channel so we can prepare. So if we don't go to AEW, if we don't go to TNA, what's left?
I mean, they could go back to New Japan. I know they both did some time over there. I think they both did.
I don't know. They might have.
I don't think it was like publicized or like anything major, but I think if I remember right, I think Kofi spent a little bit of time in Japan. I don't think it was with New Japan.
I'd have to look at that.
I don't know. But
I'd have to look that up.
Past that, I don't know. Fuck. Go down to NWA, man.
You know what? That's one that we don't talk about very often.
Go down to NWA.
Let's talk about NWA for a hot second real quick. Shout out to Trevor Murdoch, who's a former NWA World's Tag Team Champion. Yesterday, I put the apostrophe S on it, and he's retiring. So let's just shout out to Trevor Murdoch from Cade and Murdoch, that tag team. Remember them?
Right.
But so let's talk about that real quick.
NWA.
Here you have one of the most sought after, recognizable tag teams wrestling in today.
Yep.
Right. And you have a company, you're Billy Corgan, you have a wrestling company with the name and the legacy, but
one of the oldest companies in the country.
But you don't have the market share. You don't have the eyes on your company. We did the whole world championship material. There at one point there was no world title outside the fucking NWA world title.
Oh, it was the world title.
It was the world title.
The world title.
And we didn't even mention it. It didn't even factor into our conversation. So again,
that's our bad.
That was on me. Me specifically. That was on me. The show was mine at the time. Just me. That was my fault. But all that aside, what would the New Day do for putting the eyes on the NWA?
It would be a super draw. It would be a super draw. Again, you're talking about just Kofi alone. I'm not taking anything away from Woods. Okay.
Right.
Just Kofi alone. You've got a talent that has, for over, like you just said, over 2 decades, has been entertaining the world with his in-ring fucking amazingness.
Yeah. Let me get that exact debut year out. Go ahead. Carry on.
And so now you have your company that's NWA is doing well, but like you said, they're not drawing like anybody else. And now you have the opportunity to have these guys on your roster. You might not be able to afford them right off the get, but give them what they want, give them time, give them fucking matches, give them portions of, merch sales. Because as soon as you sign them, there's your merchandise, there's your money you're getting made.
It's instant.
Instant. It doesn't matter what you call them. You could call them
the old day.
The old day.
You can call them yesterday. It doesn't even matter.
New beginnings. Something stupid.
If there's an NWA New Day T-shirt, I'm gonna buy it.
I would.
I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah. So it would be a no-brainer for the company to pick them up. Past that, I don't know. Do like Cordona and kick it in the indies for a year or two, and then wait for big money if that's what they're wanting.
That does matter. Like what are they looking for? For the record, 2006.
2006, so 20 fucking years.
Kofi debuted in 2006.
20 years.
20 years.
20 years with a company. In any other world, that's retirement time.
Do you remember the 20-year Randy Orton run?
I do.
T-shirt, the 20-year Rey Mysterio shirt, the 20-year John Cena shirt. Where's my Kofi Kingston shirt?
You're not getting it now.
Where's my 20-year Kofi? That's why they fucking wanted him to take a pay cut. They knew they were about to put out that 20-year Kofi Kingston shirt. I want that. I want that 20-year Boom 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 shirt. That's what I want.
With the old Kofi logo.
Yeah. With the little dreads.
Fucking dreads.
That's what I want.
Sir. Yes, sir.
That's what I want.
Mm-hmm. But
I want that shit like yesterday.
Here we are. It won't happen now.
Shit's crazy.
It sucks.
This is a hit, dude. And
but yeah, I think honestly, I hope on anything that they do something good, something big. I hope that they take their time. I don't want them to rush into anything because look, dude, I don't know. I can't even say that Tony Khan couldn't afford them because he obviously can.
He clearly can, yeah.
But who else could? Really, legitimately, who else could pull that kind of money?
What they're worth?
Yeah. Because obviously they're not going to work for anybody that's not going to pay them what they're worth. That their goodbye fucking post, straight up said, "Know your worth."
Yeah.
Which is true statement in any part of life.
Is this the Kofi statement?
Know your worth.
Yes. Find the courage to believe in yourself fearlessly. And fearlessly pursue your goals and dreams because anything is possible. Do not ever compromise or accept less than your due when it comes to your worth. Those are the words of Kofi Kingston in his address.
There you go. Who else besides AEW could afford to give them what they want? What they deserve. Not what they want, what they deserve.
That's it.
I don't know that there is.
That's it.
They can hold off and go to Lucha Underground like everybody else too.
If we book Lucha Underground, can you imagine like Woods in a mask?
That'd be so awesome.
Woods in a mask.
Only if you let his hair come out of the top of it like a fucking mushroom explosion.
That'd be great. I can't wait till more information comes out about Lucha Underground because I'm in need.
Dude.
I want the same set.
Yeah.
I want the same. No. I want a bigger set.
But it needs to look the same.
It needs to feel that same sort of enclosed.
Rustic.
I want space though.
Yeah. But I hope they don't commercialize the shit out of it. That's gonna be the key. Because that's what's the problem. What we're talking about right now is commercialism of it. They're the profit sharing, fucking money.
And let's not get it twisted. Like, because I know somebody's going to hear like, yeah, that's coming out of the mouth of a guy who has TKO stock. He's making that money. Hold that thought, because I had WWE stock. It was public, but it was still mostly the McMahons and shit. And I mean, I didn't get rich off of it. I didn't buy this house with it, But like that's just business. I want to support a business that I'm supporting, and
Right.
I was supporting WWE. He's supporting WWE.
I'm putting money into a business that I'm going to get a little bit, well, a fraction of it back.
Right. So chill on that. That's a whole different thing. But at this, and trust me, the moment AEW, if AEW goes public,
I'm buying.
oh,
I'm buying.
I'm in like Finn, like
without question, no hesitation.
no hesitation. We don't even pause. We don't even pause here. It's like, no, we're Jacob Fatu with it. We're gonna be all gas, no brakes with it.
Full steam, baby.
Yeah, we're not. No, I'm not pausing off that. No, we're making that.
Absolutely not.
But all right, all things aside, we have to talk about what this highlights real quick. The New Day were such an impact, not just on what tag team wrestling could be, right? First of all, bringing back 3-man tag teams, not a faction, 3-man tag team, totally different.
Trios.
And what they did for representation is amazing. There are going to be young black kids who got into wrestling because they watched what Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods and Big E could do. What really impacted me indirectly, but when I look through it and review it, what it means to be a black nerd. Because there's a lot of spaces where it's still taboo to be black and be unapologetically black. And the nerd space is one of those places where it's still taboo. You can get away with being like a black video gamer or whatever, but you start doing the cosplay and everyone wants to start hating. Tony Weaver Jr., shout out to him. He's not a wrestling guy, but he wrote the book Weirdo, and I follow him, and he does a lot of talking about black people in nerd spaces and being a blurred, what it's called, being a black nerd, and how there are still people who will take the time, go out of the way to discriminate against a black person in cosplay because they're cosplaying a fair-skinned, non-existent character, but they're perceived as white characters, and so people in this community are just hating, and some people have been bullied to the end of their life. And what I love about the New Day is they were so unapologetically black. They were so unapologetically nerdy. They were so unapologetically themselves that they encouraged other people to also be unapologetically themselves. Like my daughter, who's yelling at me in my office door, unapologetically herself. She doesn't give a damn about anyone running around chasing her. She doesn't give a damn that daddy's doing a show. She doesn't care. She's unapologetically herself.
And the great thing about New Day when they did that was they changed the gimmick to become that. Because the gimmick at first was like a gospel thing. Like they were
like preachers.
And they changed the gimmick.
Feel the power that it sounds like black gospel music, which by the way, the old school New Day theme song was like New Day, New Way, something like that. Like it's a gospel song.
It was a gospel song.
It's a gospel, not like, trust me, you never heard it in church, but I almost did this. The New Day have been around for a while. You could take this and you could hand it to like a choir leader at a local church,
and they would sing it.
They could. There's words, and it's a clean song. Mm-hmm. We'll do a whole episode on wrestling music because I love wrestling.
Oh
music.
Yes.
But it's a clean song. It is a gospel song in and of itself.
Yeah.
That was their gimmick for the longest time. They were like preacher-esque,
yes,
right? And watch those old vignettes, man, when they were coming out with the choir. They're classics. It's classic. Yeah, but they changed the game up, as you were saying. Go ahead.
They changed the gimmick, and that's when the power of positivity came into play. And it took off. It skyrocketed. And yeah, like you said, it's the inspiration that they placed in people. And I mean, you as a black man, sure, you're going to say, the contribution to the black society.
Right.
As a white man, the motivation of just what Kofi did on his own Even the Kofi Mania deal, and before that, the stint that he did with Randy Orton back then. Just this. You're talking about a guy that was a skinny black kid that essentially probably should have never been.
Never should have.
The goat that he became.
Certified.
So yeah, the contribution of just the power of positivity. I fucking thrive on that shit every day. So yeah, all the way across the board, white, black, Puerto Rican.
It's legit.
They touched everybody.
They did, and that goes to who they were as people, how they carried themselves beyond the gimmick. Because mind you, they spent just a good amount of time as heels. They ended their career in WWE as heels. The way they turned on Big E is still hated by most people.
But it's brilliant.
It was gorgeous.
Again,
and misused.
The kayfabe aspect came into play there too. Another show, kayfabe, bitches.
How important is kayfabe? And here's the kick, though. Like, the New Day are significant. They are culturally significant.
Correct.
Right? You said it best when you said, how do you let them go?
How do you let them go? Why?
How do you allow them to walk?
With everything that they contribute, how could you let them just walk away?
This is akin to saying, you know what, Randy Orton, you're not worth what we're paying you. It's like, I'm not taking less. And he's like, well, we need you to take less. He's like, I'm not taking less. This is not a conversation that's happened. This is me playing a bit. But if you're WWE, how do you let Randy Orton go? You don't let Randy Orton go. You never let Randy Orton go.
And that's where I wonder how much feedback did TKO take from, like, say, Hunter, for example. He is in charge of creative. He's in charge of talent relation, whatnot. So
he is when content officer, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. So like with the first round of cuts, he was the guy. He was the man. He had to look at the list and be like, okay, this one, this one, this one, this one.
And realistically, most of those cuts made sense.
Yes. But for this was not that way. So I want to know, like, I wonder if they even asked, if they any kind of feedback from gorilla position. What do you guys
right? And what do you say when you get the memo? Let's say you're Paul Levesque, right? You're Paul Levesque. You're sitting back. It's the weekend, and you're like, "Hey, Steph, can you grab me an iced tea?"
Oh, fuck.
Steph, give my work phone. Give my work phone. My laptop. Give me everything. Matter of fact, I'm out. I gotta go. I gotta go. Why? What's wrong? They just let Kofi and Woods go. Go where? Away.
Away. Forever.
How do you? I have so many questions. This whole show could just be us asking more questions.
Exactly. The more you think about it, the more you ponder on it, it just makes so much less more sense. It just goes out the window. Peace. You don't get any sense.
Like I said, there are some cuts. No shot at JC Mateo. No shot at Tongaloa. No insult to them. But
underutilized.
They were underutilized. They did not make an individual significance. They did not even shine in their own faction.
No.
Tongaloa should have been with Tama Tonga. That's probably more of a creative thing. Yeah. God should have been God here in WWE. Call them what they want to. They should have been the tag team. They should have been the team that we all knew, and that name should have drawn. Yep. Jeff Cobb should have never been anything but Jeff Cobb. And I get it. That's the thing WWE is doing with names. JD McDonough, JC Mateo. They even had a guy, Eli, if you want to see it in real time, in NXT at 8 o'clock, so in 7 minutes, they have a guy whose name was Eli Knight, which is a funny name. It's funny because if you look at LA Knight, his name on the Indies was Eli Drake. It was Eli Drake. So Eli Drake is now LA Knight, and they had a guy whose name is Eli Knight. And they're like, all right, there's going to be some confusion here between LA Knight and Eli Knight, and Eli being Eli before, and so they changed his name to what? EK Prosper. His name is EK Prosper because his name was Eli Knight. Is EK. That's the pattern that they're doing here. So JC Mateo, Tongaloa, I get it. Sucks because now I don't know what the MFTs look like. Now the MFTs is just Solo and Tama and Tama or Tonga Tala. Tama Chameleon. Anyway, Tala, which is hilarious because he's taller than the rest of them. I swear, I guarantee you that's where his name came from. It was Hikuleo in Japan. I guarantee you because he's taller, that's where the name came from. I dollars to donuts, dude. Dollars to donuts. Fucking live podcast, man. I'm on the wrong screen.
Yes, Gimmickhausen. It will happen.
Exactly. Which is wild. That's wild. Because that whole time he was gone, Kofi was here. When Punk was in AEW, Kofi was here. Loyal as fuck. But my point was, JC Mateo released. Sad, but makes sense. Tonga Loa, to be honest, makes sense. It's fair. A lot of people who got released last week, I get it.
On the business end, yes.
I get it. Kyrie just wanting to leave, and so the names just kind of happens at the same time. All right, we can let that slide. We can let that go. Because if Kyrie wanted to go, Kyrie wants to go. There are some people who say that she's going to show up in at Backlash. It's a rumor. I think it's more like wishful thinking. I think they want the Kyrie thing to go like the truth thing. But if Kyrie's happy, I'm not even mad at it. Hey, more power to her. But I think they just hired her husband. No, is that Io's husband or Kyrie's husband?
I think it was Io's.
Evil. Io's husband?
I think it's Io's. Yeah.
So like, okay, that's been. But yeah, just like those made sense. I can't get away from how could you have let them go?
I know. It doesn't make sense.
Does it make sense? What else do you say about the New Day? Cultural impact, change the game for tag teams. The interactions between the New Day and the Usos is classic. One of the most powerful moments. Remember that gauntlet leading up to Kofi Mania?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And the Usos step in the ring.
Yep.
And they're just like, yo, these are our boys. We can't do them like this.
Yep.
And they just like, we forfeit and hop out the ring. That's right there, man.
The story they did with KO, that was great. He was a New Bay member for like a half a second.
Yeah. It was like Big K or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
It's just
no sponsor, but Big K is what we call that's the brand from Kroger. Big Kevin.
Other than you're talking again, a company that is talking about we're hurting financially. You just let go of a cash cow.
Because you know what you could have done, and I wouldn't do this, but here's what you could have done. If you didn't think the New Day were going to make more money, turn them babyface again. Switch that music up. Let them go back to what they were doing. Let them be let them have the power of positivity again. Take the lampshade off of Wood's head.
That big oversized hat.
That big ass hat.
So
Penta in that hat was great. You were already putting Kofi Kingston with Javon Evans.
There were storyline everywhere with them.
Woods was hurt.
Yeah.
You let this happen while Woods is hurt?
Why not?
It's cold, man.
I don't know.
I don't know, dude. But I'm telling you, because that New Day theme, that new one, fire, dude. I listen to it all the time.
It hit.
It does. The day I heard the news, I played it on repeat for a couple hours. I mourned.
Ah, fuck.
There are unicorns crying all over the fantasy universe.
Yes. They're stomping on their Bootio boxes.
That's the sound of unicorns just stomping. There are whoos. There are owls going who, 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 who. How easily they made shit like that stick, man. How good was the fucking New Day?
And you just let go of a fucking cash cow. You let go of one of the biggest tag draws that you've had in a minute. You fucking failed.
You're failing at wrestling. And I think it's fair enough that we can close with this. This is setting a trend, right? This is setting a trend that once you go down this road, WWE is not going to be the same again, dude.
No.
And let me remind you what happens. And Joker's a businessman, so he knows. He can. If I'm wrong, please correct me out live.
Sure.
But if the thing that people like the most is the thing you start fucking up, the people who are the fan base, they're gonna go.
Bye.
And when the fans go, your sponsors go.
When the fans go, you have no product.
Because you can put miscellaneous wrestler A, B, and C in a triple threat match, but what difference does it make? And when you're Slim Jim, or you're the General, or you're Cricket Wireless, and none of these motherfuckers give a fuck about your product anymore because because we don't watch it anymore, what are you going to do now? What happens then? You've done all this mess. You've made all this mess, talked all your shit, puffed up your chest and your ticket prices and all these deals. And when people realize that they're not clicking on Peacock anymore, they're not watching Paramount anymore, when people start canceling ESPN and they're like, oh, why are you canceling? Because we're not watching WWE. We bought it for WWE. We're not watching WWE anymore.
Because you shit your product out.
You became a shill to every sponsor willing to put their logo on your apron. And when other people start to lose money and eyes on their product, it's going to impact you. Again, no pun intended. When TNA is like, ooh, you know what? We're getting a lot of strife being connected to you. We're going to not. Because let me tell you something. TNA can do that. They may not seem like the money may not talk like that, but TNA fucking can. Because TNA's been around for way too fucking long.
The product stands on its own. The product stands on its own. They don't need the WWE.
They don't.
They don't.
And honestly, it's helped with a couple of transfers one way or another. That's it. Honestly, if at this point, if I was TNA, you're getting enough strife, Doc. I might just walk. If I'm TNA, I might just walk off the deal.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not getting as much crossover now anyway. I don't know if the deal's even still standing.
Was it worth it? Was it worth it? It's not.
Not anymore.
Waste of time.
I think you are shifting. You are giving every legit wrestling fan who loves your Rhea Ripley's, your Io Skies, your JD McDonough's, your Dom Mysterios, your Finn Balor's, your Seth Rollins's, or your Braun Breakers. For those who love those guys, you're like, but we got Swerve over here. We got Hangman over here. We got Omega over here. We got Kevin Knight over here. We got MJF over here. We got Willow Nightingale over here. We got Harley Cameron over here. We got Divine Dominion over here. Those badass bitches. We got them over here. We got Timeless Tony Storm over here. We've got Chris Statlander over here. We got the Hurt Business over here. We got Private Party over here. We got John Moxley over here. We got Claudio Castagnoli over here. We got
Death Riders, baby.
We got all of them. We got Pac over here. We got Daniel Garcia over here. We got Will Ospreay over here in this bitch. We got Roosh over here in this bitch. We got Leo Rush in this bitch. We got them over here. You see how easy it was for me to rattle off that roster? We're watching the show. We know the product. Not just because we're Moon Equals Wrestling, because we're wrestling fans. And I know what I can watch alternatively.
Yeah.
And you're giving me every reason to watch alternatively. No sponsor. We got no connection. But hey, fuck it. Thursdays at 7 o'clock. OVW.
Like clockwork.
Right on time.
Like
you want a 2-hour show on Thursday? YouTube, 7 o'clock. OVW. No connection. We ain't sponsor connected, nothing. Go watch OVW. You'll see some bright stars. You got
but if they wanted to sponsor us, I wouldn't tell them no.
I would not say no to Al Snow. We don't say no to Al Snow.
No.
Put that out there.
Goddamn right.
We don't say no to Al Snow.
What do we want?
We want Al Snow to sponsor the show. That's what the fuck we want. Even if we just want we want guests, Al, Mr. Snow. We want some guests on the show. We want to have some conversation. We want to promote what is it? Collision Course that's coming up soon.
Sure.
Yeah, I got time for that. I got time. I'm giving you a free plug. How you doing?
Mm-hmm.
No, but that's the point. You can watch them on Thursday at 7 o'clock. 2-hour show ends at 9. Turn around. AMC. Watch TNA.
Yep.
Tomorrow you can watch Dynamite. Saturday you can watch Collision. All that's on HBO Max.
Yep.
I'll put all the other shows on there, and then it's somewhere you can watch NWA. I haven't figured it out exactly where yet.
I'm pretty sure you can watch it on YouTube.
Sure, you can do that, and then there's WoW. WoW is still a thing.
WoW is still a thing. Yep.
I'm so shocked. WoW is still a thing. We got to figure out. I got to figure out WoW and where to watch that.
Yeah.
But yeah, WoW's still a thing. There's plenty of wrestling for us to watch, and there's a lot of wrestling for us to get involved with. GCW is a thing. PWG, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, that's still a thing. There's all sorts of indies that are still in Europe. They're still things. There's smaller promotions all throughout the United States. There's still things. New Japan is a whole motherfucking thing.
Dude.
Pro Wrestling Noah is a whole thing. We have alternatives is the point here, ladies and gentlemen.
Micro wrestling.
It's not even talk about that because we gotta make plans for that shit. My friend of mine sent me a flyer. We might go. I don't even know what to talk about. I don't know how to.
There's 2 different shows coming to our area soon.
All right, we just need to have a conversation.
2.
we just need to go ahead. Just buy tickets and tell me where to show up. That's all you do. Just buy the tickets and tell me where to show up. And you know what? When we go, we're going to talk to the promoter. I want them at Malice.
Yes.
I want them at Malice.
Right in the front.
And I'll do commentary. Just give me a list of names so I can fuck them all up. I'm gonna fuck it all up. There's mystery wrestling.
Mystery wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we go, if you've not been watching mystery wrestling, I don't even care if you watch it regularly. You don't have to watch it every week. So just watch mystery wrestling. Just listen to commentary.
Follow him on Facebook. Just for the clips. You don't have to watch a full fucking match.
You don't.
Just for the clips.
Support. Maple Leaf Wrestling is doing a thing with Scott D'Amore. There's wrestling everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. And the whole point of me saying all of that is to TKO, we got alternatives. We can do other shit.
Keep fucking up.
We can talk about every other show but Shores.
Oh.
And I know we ain't we it's just us. It's cool. It's just Moon and Joker. It's fine. It's Dewan and Sean. It's cool. It's all good. We know. We get it. But you're not the only dog in the yard anymore.
No.
You're not the only game to play.
No.
So.
And I have no problem watching other product and leaving you alone. I've done it before.
Do not think that we can't get away with just never putting those those two letters together. We can just not say WWE ever again. We can, and the point is, it's not just us. If enough of us podcasters, big ones or small ones, all of a sudden just decide to not cover you anymore, don't think we can't do it. Maybe Dewan and Sean don't do nothing. Maybe that doesn't make a difference, right? But the bigger ones will. I mean, you're gonna get Fightful. You'll get Fightful. You'll get the Bleacher Report.
Bleacher Report. Busted Open Bully Ray was pissed about this shit, dude.
You're still gonna get a Wrestling Observer. But what would ever happen if Dave Meltzer just decided not to? What if Busted Open? What if Busted Open just decided not to? I don't think they would, but they could.
They could.
You're not the only dog in the game. You're not the only big dog in the game anymore. Watch your ass, WWE. That's all I gotta say.
Keep fucking up.
Keep fucking up. Anything else you gotta say, homie?
That was it, dude. You got it. Next week, tag teams.
Next week, tag teams.
Tag teams.
You'll find us here 6 o'clock on Tuesday. Won't be live, but you'll be here 6 o'clock on Tuesday.
Next week we recorded.
Yeah, it's all right. You're gonna get it though. And there'll be WWE tag teams. The New Day will be on there.
Yes.
The New Day will be there.
I'm gonna throw a couple names out there people ain't heard in a while too.
That's gonna be fun. I'm going through a list of names to play with this one. I'm gonna have fun with this one. I'm gonna have like my top 10, and I'm probably get like 5 honorable mentions. Just worthy tag teams worth mentioning. So for Joker, I'm the Moon, and this is Moon Eagles Wrestling. Watch your ass.